Hello and welcome back to another episode of Clarissa Cooks It All. And on today's episode, we're going to be making some prime rib with some Yorkshire pudding. And then on the side, we're also going to be doing a twice baked potato and some cream spinach and some wok fried asparagus. Let's get started. Stick of butter in here, and we're going to start by adding some fresh thyme into this. Now we're going to add in some parsley that we chopped up. Next, we're going to do some mashed garlic. Now we're going to work on our garlic here. Oops. It don't matter whether I'm cutting them, bashing them. It don't matter. I always peel them this way. It just makes it so much easier. It comes off. Herbs into this too, but the rest of them aren't going to be fresh herbs. I don't have them fresh right now, so we're going to use some dried herbs and some other stuff too. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in a little bit of some oregano. I'd say we're going to do about a teaspoon of the oregano. And then I also have this mesquite seasoning. We're going to go ahead and add some of this into there. Maybe about a tablespoon, a little bit less. Then this is what we're going to put on the outside of our prime rib. Now we're going to put this on after we season it first with some salt and pepper. Okay, so we're going to generously season up our meat with some salt and some pepper. You want to make sure that when you're seasoning this up, that you're getting all sides of your meat. Now I already cut mine, but what you want to do with this is you're going to want to slowly just use your knife right along that bone line, and you're going to want to hold your knife. I didn't use this one, but you're going to want to hold your knife downward and follow this. You don't want to hold it that way, because if you hold it this way, you're going to cut into your meat, which you definitely don't want to do. So now we can season up the inside part of this. Don't worry, I know there's a lot of pepper in one spot. It'll all get mixed up. This is a big, thick cut of meat, so we definitely want to make sure that there's plenty of salt and pepper on here to get in between. Well, hold on. We're gonna need to open that back up so that we can go ahead and start swirling our butter into here. Now we're gonna start working on completely covering the outside of this. Now we just about got the top covered here. Now we're gonna start working on covering the sides of this. Now maybe I should have tied it up before I started putting the butter on it, but we're gonna tie it up afterwards. So now it's time to cover the sides. Okay, we got all sides of our meat all nice and covered in butter. And you see I got my twine here. Now, this was just a neat little trick I literally just seen today as I was looking up some different stuff to get some inspiration. And I seen this. I've never thought about doing this for tying my meats, especially like when it comes, I mean, really any of them. To get it tight enough, kind of like when you're wrapping gifts, you know, sometimes you need that extra hand to get it where you need it. I did this and tightened it up. And then bring it back this way and tie it. Okay, now we got it all tied up, but some of our butter, because of messing around, like I said, I should have tied this up before putting on the butter maybe, but it is what it is, so we work with it. Now, make sure that even on the sides. Now we're gonna put this into a baking dish, but I'm gonna use one of my baking my baking sheets, because it's the only one that I have that fits my grate in it, because we don't want this sitting in the pan. We want it up above the pan. Now we have our oven preheating, or we had our oven preheating to 250 degrees, and we're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. We're gonna start with 3 eggs. And to this, we're gonna add about 2/3 teaspoon of some kosher salt, 2/3 cup of whole milk. Then we're gonna add in 2/3 cup of flour. My bad, I said 2/3. It's not 2/3, it's 3/4 cup that we need. Okay, we're all done whisking this. So now we're gonna let this just sit at room temperature and rest for about 30 minutes.